Yeah. And I think that emphasizes this point of it's not about emotion. It's not about personal desire. It's about disciplined execution. And in the moment of that execution, yes, it's intense. Yes, it uses all the resources it can. It uses high energy, etc. But that energy doesn't govern you, you govern it. And so again, the quote I read from chapter one, like if they're angry, perturb them.
Yeah.
He basically says the same thing later in chapter eight. He says, one easily angered and hasty can be insulted. So he gives you an idea of how to anger them, insult them, right? If they're so governed by their emotions, if they're so concerned about that, take advantage of it. Throw them an insult, make it throw get that to throw them off guard. And then he continues, he says, one obsessed with being scrupulous and untainted can be shamed. And this, I think, is right up there with my favorite quotes of the book. Being obsessed with being scrupulous and untainted, like having this idea. I think this is so revealing to this age of like cancel culture and everything being online. And like, if you're obsessed with looking perfect, like you're screwed.
Right.
It's not going to work. You already lost. If you're obsessed with being scrupulous and untainted, you can be shamed. And shame is a powerful weapon, and it's used against people on all sides of the spectrum. And if if you are conquered by shame, you will be conquered by shame. Like that is a weakness, right? And I'm not saying just be proud and arrogant and never take criticism and never learn from it. Obviously not. But also don't don't be so proud about being humble that you have to give a show of always being ashamed of any little thing. Like, yeah, you screwed up. Yeah, you did something. Yeah, you were a bad person. Okay. Like at the end of the day, whatever, we're all sinners and redemption is on the table. And it does involve like trying to do better, but I mean, I'll just say like the sort of whatever modern white guilt movement or any aspect of the woke stuff of just like I am going to get you to do everything that I want you to do because if you don't, you're a bad person. Like I you don't get to control me. I am a bad person, but you don't get to control me. Like that that's just not how it works. So, um yeah, I just find it fascinating that it's in this book and I find it very very poignant.
That's a really big, that's a huge one. It's like if you're the gym guy, man, if you're the gym guy and you're going to the gym 7 days a week and you're known as the dude that hits the gym 7 days a week, if you miss one day, that whole persona is just done,
Yeah. Yeah.
and it's like, and because of that, there's no way that you're going to be the 6 day gym guy now, and nobody's going to tell you that you're the gym goer that was formerly known as the 7 day gym goer, but now you're the 6 day guy, right? Like your personality, your identity, your ego is attached to these things, and that makes it extremely vulnerable. So if somebody comes around and pokes that, right, and says, "Oh, now you're the 6 day gym guy," that's that's going to get you caught in your head to where eventually you're going to be the no day gym guy.
Yeah.
Like you're going
Yeah.
to stop going entirely. And especially with a lot of this ability to attack people's character, you're saying, "Oh, you're this word," "Oh, if you have this opinion, then you're automatically shoved in this category and this and
Yeah.
this." And then you get the online trolls or you get people that, and I've come to realize that having a strong inner character, like especially or an inner critic, having a
Yeah.
strong
Yeah.
inner critic, right? Especially one that's incredibly witty. Like
Yeah.
everything else, like anything else these
Yeah.
trolls come up with is like, oh, I've
Yeah.
called myself better than that. Like, come on,
Dude,
like low.
trolls are a test. Trolls are 100% a test.
That's
And
it.
like that's it. Like you could I mean Jordan Peterson goes vehement against trolls and has kinds of things to say about their character and whatnot. But at the end of the day, they have to live with themselves and like they're not living a great life and
Right. And
like
this,
they're either affecting you or not. Like I don't know. There's a lot to say about that, but I think just the point that trolls are a test. Like, are you so thrown off by trolls? That's the main question. And then, well, maybe other people will get caught up in whatever the trolls are saying. Maybe, but that's kind of their problem, you know?
so how centered are you able to remain whenever these external situations are occurring, you know? And like are you able to crumble under the pressure of somebody else's illusory perception of you, right?
Right,
Like if somebody's telling me that I am a piece of crap, right, on like a comment or something, it's like I've said that to myself in much eloquent ways to
yeah,
that's just peanuts. Like
right,
I know that, right? Like you said, like I already know I'm a sinner. I already know that I've messed up in certain ways, you know? And I've told myself that and I've lived with that. And so if you're coming around to remind me of that, I appreciate the reminder, but it's not going to help stop me doing what I'm doing, right? Like because
right.
with what we're doing, there's a level of as essentially repentance for a lot of the stuff. Like we've gone through a lot of crap. People go through a lot of stuff, especially in regards to addiction, right? And you know, acting completely selfishly. It's like, well, if you're going around having put down your addictions, you know, you stop doing what you're doing, and not only that, but you're helping others do the same thing. Like that's the opposite, you know. And while you're doing that, if people are calling you a piece of crap, it's like, yeah, I get it, I know, but I'm still trying to do what I'm doing here.